Hello guys, thank you for staying with me, and I'm back with a new video about memory problems. Lots of you are asking me the same question and sending lots of emails about it, and you scared that you will lose your memory permanently and something horrible is about to happen. So I have a good news for you guys. Nothing is going to happen to your memory. It is absolutely temporary, and everything will be completely fine after you will recover. So first of all, I want to explain you why is it happening to you. And this is a very easy physiological process. So first of all, what is happening? So basically, if you do remember the audio music player, the old one with the cassettes. So I'm very old, I'm a dinosaur who remembers and who used it. So if you're very young and you do not remember how it works, so it will be some kind of retro information, useful one. So if you remember that when the batteries were running out, the sound of this cassette was quite slow. That was like very, very slow, very stretched. So that's exactly what is happening with you. That's a very good analog of what exactly is happening to your memory while your nervous system is really in struggle. So can you imagine that your nervous system is basically absolutely exhausted by all your negative thinking and all your loops of fear which you're producing and having every day, every hour, every second. So obviously it's very tired and exhausted. And because of that, because your nervous system is responsible for storing memory and producing memory, and basically just connected with your memory. I'm not going to explain every little thing because you don't need it anyway. So because your nervous system is responsible for your memory, then because of your nervous system is exhausted, then your memory is obviously malfunctioning. And this is absolutely normal process, absolutely reversible one. So you're gonna be fine as soon as you will be out. Also, another reason why you struggle with a memory loss or with just a slow memory process is the loops of fear which you're constantly having. Because you have this negative thinking, and all the time you just producing fear and fear and fear and another one, and doubting the reality and so on. So obviously your brain is absolutely concentrated on these loops of fear, on your struggling. You are concentrated and focused on your inner self instead of outside world. So your brain doesn't detect the outside world as something important and interesting. It's no longer interesting for you, and you do not give your brain a chance to detect any other stuff which is happening in your life. I do remember myself when I was struggling with that as well, and it was I do agree that that's very scary experience, extremely scary. And I was running at home as a headless chicken when it first happened to me, and I was screaming like I have a memory loss, I'm going to be a retard, and yeah, that's very traumatic experience. So I went to neurologist checked me, made a few tests, and he said I'm absolutely fine, and the only thing I'm having is anxiety, which is absolutely normal thing to have, lots of people having it. And also that lovely man told me that 3 months, that was exactly the period of time which I had anxiety for when I came to him, and he said that 3 months is nothing for anxiety. This is a very short period of time, because when you coming to this state, you obviously produce this negativity and these stress levels for quite a long time before, in advance. So again, if we want to recover quite fast, it's not going to happen, because if we spend time to get to this state, so we definitely need to spend time to recover. And again, it's quite hard, because having all these fears and having all these horrible sensations, we need lots of information to understand how it works, why it's happening, and how you can deal with it. Back to my advice how to deal with this situation. So I hope you do understand that first of all, what you need to do is you have to stop being freaked out by this thing. Because you're struggling with the memory, you obviously produce even more stress levels by freaking out. So you already exhausted, you already anxious to the highest levels, and then you add some more anxiety on the top just because you're scared again of memory loss. So you need to stop that. It won't happen in a day, but as long as you will practice helping yourself instead of torturing yourself with your fears, it will come into a habit, and you will start to do some useful things where you can help yourself to remember some things or to remind some things to yourself instead of being constantly stressed. So one of the examples, when I was in a gym, I was always scared that I will forget to pack my bag, because I was scared that I will forget my keys, I will forget my sneakers, and I didn't know really what I can do in this situation. I was standing still for, I don't know, 15 minutes staring at the bag and thinking, God, what should I do? I don't know what exactly I need to put in the bag. And then when I was leaving, I was constantly thinking, did I take this or that? I was stopping in the middle of the street and again checked once all my stuff which I had. So what you can do, that's very simple. So I realized that I need to do a very, very basic chain of thoughts. Very simple. Because we don't need to be scared or ashamed of what is happening to us. This is absolutely normal. Some people break legs, some people have any other problems. So we do have this problem, and we need to support ourselves instead of making us feel even more heaviness on our shoulders. So if you do very simple chain of thoughts, because you are not multitasking now, and it's normal, so don't demand a lot from yourself when you are living in a limited state of mind. So what you do is first of all, when you look at the bag, you think, I need to put something which is very necessary. So what is very necessary? What is something valuable to us? You need keys, right? You need to get back home. Then you think, okay, I have keys, I put it, I'm registering it in my memory that I'm having it in my hand, and I put it in a bag. So I do try to remember that I put it in a bag. Next little step, you think, okay, what else? I need to put money, I need to put my phone, and step by step. Then again you think, my clothes, my sneakers, take time, and step by step you put and you register it here by looking at it and talking to yourself while you're putting stuff in. So if you see, when you're going to do this, you won't be scared. You will be focused on doing very important actions. And again, by doing the same thing, you're rewiring your brain as well, because you will make it as a habit. It will become more automatic with the time, so it will be easier. Again, same thing when you doing shopping, and when you buy some groceries, you just definitely have some chairs or a table where you can spend 20 minutes where you can just stand and look through your stuff, and again think what you need to take with you. Did you put your wallet and your keys and your phone and your headphones in your bag? So you can check everything there. Spend time doing this. Don't be ashamed, don't be scared, don't demand a lot from yourself. So give yourself some crutches and basically just look after yourself, take care of yourself, because there is no one else who can really help you in this situation. You are the only one who is responsible for this, and you are the only one who can take you out. So please be kind to yourself, and just follow very simple rules and very simple tips which I'm giving to you regarding your memory. And the last thing which I want you to remember is that the way of thinking is responsible for the way you feel, and vice versa. So it's basically very connected. It's like one loop again. And when you're producing your fear, or when you just produce negative thinking, this negative thinking is also a signal to produce some chemicals in your brain, some hormones, and all these chemicals and hormones are actually responsible for the producing of some sensations which you're having in your body. So your brain is sending a signal to your body. Your body is experiencing sensations which are making you again freaked out and scared, and then again your body is sending signal to your brain by your spinal cord and central nervous system that something is wrong. I'm scared that I feel this or that, and you have just never-ending loop. So what you need to do is just break this loop, and I'm going to speak about it later on in my other videos. At least when you know how it works, all these biological, physiological and chemical processes inside, so you understand that when I'm talking about negative thinking and when I'm talking about your fear, it's not just words, it's not just something spiritual, it's not just something that you cannot feel with your fingers. This is a very real thing, and every thought which you produce is responsible for the chemicals you're producing inside your body and inside your brain, and these chemicals are leading to your sensations. So remember this chain, and later on I will explain again what you can do with that, but you know now that you can change it. And if you will change the way you think, if you will change the way you accept the fears, the way you perceive your fears and your sensations, then obviously you understand that you can change this chemical imbalance in your brain, and you're absolutely capable to do that, and that's the only way how you can get out. So do not wait for any magic pill. There is no magic pill. There is no one else who can take you out, but only you. And I do believe that all of you are quite strong enough to really give it a try, give it a go, and make a change. So when you will be out, you will be a new person. You won't recognize yourself, because all your perceptions of life, your way of thinking will be different, and it will be much more easier really to live this life and to interact with other people. And what's more important is the way you treat yourself. You have to be kind to yourself, you have to listen to yourself, and this time you will never make this mistake which you made before and which lead you to anxiety mode. Thank you for staying with me. Please subscribe, comment, and put likes. And I also really want to know whether my information and little tips are helpful, and if it helped you, also let me know, because I want to know that that you're really progressing. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.